Miami's starting group. They've got Norman Powell. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then it's Mitchell, and it's Larson in at the 2 spot. And for the Bucks, Kyle Kuzma is out there with Turner. Then there's Kevin Porter, and it's Green, and it's Rollins in at the 2. And the NBA starting break to enter the third act of the regular season. A lot of teams looking for that extra gear right now.
Yeah, some fans might think that everything is decided at this point of the season, but there's a lot of games left and nothing is written in stone.
Now, here's Kuzma. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Beautiful touch close in. Kuzma excels at taking advantage down low.
Wiggins, a screen on Green. The shot by Powell, no good. And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for Milwaukee. Kuzma outside. Turner with a screen on Wiggins. No good with the triple. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to spend a few minutes with Doc Rivers. Like everyone, he's impressed with Adebayo's relentless nature. He said, quote, "We have to match his intensity at both ends, trying to keep him off of the glass and trying to keep the ball out of his hands. Coach knows they can do it for stretches, but he wonders if they can do it for a full game." Guys, back over to you.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. And that one's good by Porter.
And you know, good things happen when you keep your head up like Kuzma did there.
Pass to Wiggins. And here is Powell. Good ball movement here by Miami. Wiggins passes to Powell. 5 to shoot. Another miss by Powell.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Over in the corner, Green. Off target from outside. Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Rollins against Powell. From deep. Here's Adebayo. And he makes that one.
Well, that's exactly what Adebayo's out there to do off the ball. Work the glass and get his team second chance opportunities.
Here's Rollins. In the game against New Orleans, very impressive. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Pass to Rollins. Turner with the screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's up a 3. Drops in the tray. Kuzma's got 5.
The shots are certainly falling for him here in the early stages.
And while many teams are a revolving door of head coaches, Stan, the Heat have valued continuity.
They absolutely have. Eric Spoelstra is one of the longest tenured coaches in NBA history. Only Greg Popovich and Jerry Sloan coached their teams longer. And Spoelstra has had great success, leading the Heat to 6 finals while winning 2 of them.
Powell outside. Pass to Mitchell. Now Adebayo. Turner covering. Adebayo kicks to Mitchell. Adebayo with a screen for Mitchell. No good on the 3. Last game for the Heat, they picked up the win against Memphis. Here's Kuzma. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field. The Heat trail by 5. Now, here's Mitchell. Scoreless thus far. Powell, the pass to Adebayo. Back to Powell. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Porter kicks to Kuzma. Wiggins with the block.
His length gives Wiggins an advantage on the D. He can get his hand to shots that a lot of other players would not be able to impact.
Now here's Turner following the miss by Bam Adebayo. Mitchell right side. Pass to Wiggins. Here's Larson to the inside. The fadeaway gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo.
Yeah, that tweener proving no problem for Adebayo.
And Kuzma has it in the corner. Green taking his time here in a wide open look for Porter. And again, the Bucks miss. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for Miami. They trail by 1. Foul outside. Adebayo against Turner. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And let's take a moment to show you the NBA's best rebounding teams over the last 10 games. In fourth, the Heat.
What a show of strength in terms of rebounding. I mean, they've really controlled the glass here of late, playing with some extreme physicality.
And the Bucks with possession here. Pass to Rollins. On the wing, Porter. Looking to end the run. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds in this game. Back to Mitchell. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. 6 to shoot. Adebayo with a screen for Mitchell. From outside, off the mark.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Rollins the pass to Porter. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
Mitchell finds Powell. Jacks up a 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Powell's got 7.
Well, that's what Powell does. Uses his accuracy from range to create space for this offense.
And here is Turner. Still yet to score. Pass to Porter. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by the Heat.
Now, he hasn't been great this quarter. The coaches need to try to figure out a way to get him going.
Great crossover to get free. Now it's a 7-point Heat lead.
And flashing some real toughness inside. Wiggins can finish plays that others simply can't.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Taking a look at Miami. Right now the 6th best record in the conference, looking to hold on to playoff position and finish the regular season strong. And of course there's the Bucks. They're looking to salvage what they can of the season.
Well, right now for Milwaukee, their place in the standings would be a disappointment for just about any team, but especially one with such high expectations.
I agree, guys. I thought they'd be a lot better. Sometimes you can have disappointing years like this, though, and they're not a lot of fun to be a part of.
You know, Wiggins affects the game, Coach, in a number of ways. And let's begin by talking about his defense.
Great place to start with Wiggins, Kevin, because I think that's the strength of his game. He is long. He can really move his feet. He's got great discipline and focus. And the biggest thing you can have in any defender, he's got great want to. This guy wants to go out and make it tough on the best players in the game.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Back to Powell. Adebayo with a screen for Powell. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Bucks trail by 9. Outside Porter. Pass to Kuzma. Now here's Turner. Guarded by Powell. Rollins the pass to Green. Misses and the dry spell continues.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Now here's Porter. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Here's Larson, covered by Rollins. Larson with the bucket.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Porter inside. Covered by Mitchell.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Porter kicks to Kuzma. Pass to Turner. Here's Rollins. Still scoreless. Kuzma outside. The kick out to Porter. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Very aggressive in terms of looking for his shot. 9 attempts already, but only able to knock down 2.
Powell the pass to Wiggins. From past the arc. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Here's Rollins. Back to Porter. Turner with a screen on Mitchell. Near the three-point line, it's Porter. Porter can't get that one to fall.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Powell feeling it out a bit. Pass to Mitchell. We've got 1:13 left here in the first quarter. Wiggins, a screen on Kuzma. The shot by Mitchell, no good. Bucks trail by 12. Outside, Porter. Over in the corner, Turner. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Turner's got it back down to single digits for Milwaukee.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Wiggins sets a screen for Powell. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best night from the field, but his teammates have had his back.
Outside, Green lets the three fly. A rebound by Mitchell. And it's Miami's ball. They're on a 20-6 run. And Wiggins throws it down.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
They're outside, and that one is off. Guys, Bam Adebayo getting it done for the Miami Heat. Scoring, rebounding. He was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Heat team out there.
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
On the floor for Miami, we've got Jaime Jaquez. Also, Yaka Jonas out there. Khalil Ware is out there with Fontecchio. And it's Jovic in at the 4 spot. And here's Trent outside. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Fontecchio down low. Jackson on him. Here's Yaka Jonas. Last game he had 12. Back to Jaquez. From the arc. Milwaukee with the rebound. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Yeah, proficiency from range, away from home, much easier said than done. They played a terrific ball game.
Yeah, great three-point shooting is so often what swings a game these days. When they're rolling from outside, they're tough to beat.
Miami with the ball after the basket by Milwaukee. There's the screen. Pass to Ware. A 3-ball. It's rebounded by Portis. Bucks trail by 9. And it's Trent in the corner. And the 3 off target. Miami's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Ware finds Fontecchio. Here's Yaka Jonas. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to Jovic. No good on the triple. Bucks have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Kevin. Well, a bit of youth movement for the Miami Heat. Their rising star guard, Tyler Hero, said, "We've got a bunch of young guys who can come in and put in the work, and that's what I'm all about." This is an organization that values that, and it's important that we all have the same vision as the young guys start to grow up. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, Allie, thanks.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Back to Jang. Pass to Jackson. Thomas sets a screen for Jackson. From deep, Trent. Miami grabs the miss. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
Yeah, and for a coach, seeing your schemes clicking like that is very rewarding.
Now Jackson. Following the miss by Gary Trent Jr. from deep. Portis kicks to Trent. Bangs home the trifecta. Trent's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Lightning quick hands, bombs away from Trent.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. You know, Greg, a lot of the best scorers do what's called hunting, looking to create contact with the defender that they've zeroed in on.
Yeah, and that can be a legitimate technique to really negate his shot blocker. But when the offensive player basically initiates all the contact, we could be without some of those cheap foul calls against the defender.
And the Bucks with some changes. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Jang. Green comes in for Jackson. And Porter subbed in for Trent. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Back to Mitchell. Good ball movement here by Miami. At the top of the key, Powell. And again, it's the Heat missing.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Green dishes to Thomas. Pass to Porter. Launches it. And Ware pulls it down.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Throws it up high.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Porter's a screen on Mitchell. Porter with it. He had 25 points in the win against New Orleans.
Well, he also did a good job of making plays for others. What a performance from him.
4 on the clock, and the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
And such a determined scorer. When challenging the defense, Kuzma won't take no for an answer.
Miles Turner, he's checked in for Milwaukee. And Miami also making a switch. Andrew Wiggins checked in for Jaime Jaquez.
Kyle Kuzma. One shot.
That one misses for Kuzma. Stan, every night, Kuzma finds a way to contribute on the offensive end.
Yeah, Kevin, look, I think what Kuzma does is he'll find a way to score the ball. He'll do it running the floor. He'll do it cutting. He'll do it on the offensive boards. And he can make jump shots. He's got a lot of ways to score, and he can take what the defense gets.
And the Bucks with possession here, following the 3 by Miami that went in. It's Porter outside, and again the Bucks miss.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Here's Mitchell, uses the glass to finish the layup. Mitchell's got 5 points so far.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now Kuzma, 14 points from him the last game against New Orleans. No one near Turner as he lets it go. And again, the Bucks miss. The Heat leading by 10. Here's Ware. Pass to Powell. Here's Larson. Thomas covering. It's Powell on the wing. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Beyond the arc. Hits the three-point bomb. Mitchell's got the lead up to 13 now for Miami.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
From deep, Thomas. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got 5 rebounds tonight. Powell outside. Pass to Wiggins. Powell outside. Misses the 3.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Rollins checked in for Milwaukee. And Miami also making a switch. Adebayo's checked in. The Heat leading by 13. Wiggins outside. Wants to get it to Adebayo and does. Shoots over Turner. Rebound Milwaukee. Turner's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Kuzma finds Porter. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
This young man is unreal. I mean, can you believe that?
Like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their Connecticut cam. Wiggins outside. Mitchell sets the screen for Wiggins. A three-pointer, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Turner passes to Porter. Outside, Green. Shoots over Powell. Green, no luck. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Miami Heat. Wiggins in the post. Guarded by Kuzma. And that one's good. Wiggins has got 8 points.
And this is why Wiggins has become an efficient scorer, doing a much better job with his shot quality, and loves now to attack inside.
Now here's Kuzma. He's got 9. Knocks down the 3 ball. Kuzma's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
Here's Larson. He's coming off a 10-point game against Memphis.
Yeah, but it wasn't just the scoring. He had a bunch of assists, too, affecting the offense in so many ways.
Now here's Turner, following the miss by Andrew Wiggins. Kuzma kicks to Porter. Adebayo against Kuzma. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. 14 points for him.
And this is what Kuzma can do. When he's got it going, you've got to keep getting him the opportunity.
Pass to Adebayo. Now, here's Mitchell. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo. Adebayo's got his 4th assist in this one.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. To stand multiple defensive selections for Bam Adebayo.
Well, look, Kevin, Bam Adebayo has 3 key things for a defender. All right? He is smart, he is tough, and he is very, very versatile. He can guard virtually everyone on the floor at a given time.
And how about we check the numbers for Kevin Porter?
And something has really clicked for him at the free throw line. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. A switch flips, and all of a sudden, you're locked in.
Now, here's Kuzma. 14 points for him. Turner with the screen. Latrey trains the three-pointer. Turner's got 6.
A legitimate threat from downtown. The defense can't afford to let Turner feel comfortable firing away.
Powell sets a screen for Wiggins. And the Heat, another 3.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Turner. He has 6. It's Porter outside. Rebound by the Heat. Adebayo's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Here is Porter. He's got 7. Outside, Green. Kuzma lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. He's got 16.
Boy, he can't miss right now. This is as locked in as you get.
Mitchell passes to Powell. Here's the 3. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Adebayo with a screen for Wiggins. Again, Wiggins missing. Bucks trail by 9. 1:14 left to play here in the half. Here's Porter out to Kuzma. Five on the clock. Pass to Green. And he's good on the 3-ball. Green's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Wiggins outside. Puts it up. Cans the shot with nobody near him. And the Heat lead by 8.
And there's one thing that's never been in question about Wiggins, his ability to be a high-volume scorer. And in case you needed a reminder, he's giving you one tonight.
Here's Porter. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And they haven't worked it inside as much as they did earlier in the game. Now that they have the lead, they don't seem as determined to pound it down low.
Second team foul. At the line for 1, Kevin Porter Jr.
Free throw good. Porter.
And one of those guys who fell in the draft the year he came out due to injury. Porter healed up and has taken the lead by storm.
Now here's Powell. He had 25 points in the win against Memphis.
Yeah, but it wasn't just the scoring. He had a bunch of assists, too, affecting the offense in so many ways.
Here's Mitchell, leading by 5. Takes a 3. Rollins grabs the board. Rollins got his 5th rebound in this one. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Miami ahead, up 5. And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
I'm joined by Coach Eric Spoelstra, but what encouraged you from what you saw in the first half?
Well, definitely the pace. You could feel it, you could see it. We were able to turn some of those stops into pitch heads and early attacks, but guys are playing fast and just need to get in a better rhythm.
Thanks, Coach.
Hey, Allie, thank you so much for that interview. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with you for the second half of the game right after this.
Welcome, everybody. The story tonight has been a solid showing through the first half for the Miami Heat.
They've done a lot of things well, but I look at the second chance points. That's where they're doing the most damage, guys.
Comes down to 1-2. Right now, they wanted more.
Shifting gears here, guys, how about the clash at the power forward position in this game?
This kind of performance, fans love to see 2 players going after it one-on-one. I can't wait to see how the second half unfolds.
It's been a fun one to watch so far, Jet, that is for sure. Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Without question, Kyle Kuzma displaying his skills today.
And we saw just how important he is for this team in the first half. He was getting everyone involved.
Well, when you have a guy that spreads it around like that, it confuses the defense. Who do you guard?
The Heat leading by 5. Kevin Porter is out there with Rollins. And there's Miles Turner. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Green in at the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers.
And how about the confidence of Wiggins? His teammates want him to take those shots.
Kuzma against Wiggins. Fades. The shot's good from Kuzma. Kuzma's got 18 points.
Yeah, not sure why he faded away there. Sure looked like he had plenty of space.
And Adebayo throws it down. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Well, he can do that. Adebayo's an excellent athlete, even by NBA standards.
Pass to Turner. And here's Porter. Fires from deep. That ball. Nice speed that time from Turner. 13 points in the game.
Good to see Porter Jr. knocking down the triple. Needs to keep taking and making those shots.
Good ball movement here by Miami. Wiggins surveying the floor. Floats one up, and it's sent back by Turner.
Well, you see just how threatening Turner is. Any shot that comes within reach of him is in danger.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Wiggins passes to Adebayo.
Well, attacking the basket inside, Adebayo knows that will pay off for him either way, and he's right.
The Heat shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, it's not easy being a 6'9" center in the NBA, but Bam holds his own fine with most of the 7-footers out there.
And Adebayo drops them both.
And you watch Adebayo, he really has everything you could ask for from that 4-5 position. Not a stretch big per se, and that's partly why he shoots such a high percentage.
Porter finds Turner. Turner with a screen on Wiggins. A wide open look here for Kuzma, and it's off from three-point range.
Well, after 3 straight makes, that's their first miss of the half.
Pass to Larson. Here's Powell. Three-pointer. He can't hit that time. Over in the corner, Green shoots the 3. It's hauled in by the Heat. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Mitchell kicks to Powell. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Larson. Offline with his 3. Bucks trail by 5. Turner inside. Adebayo on him. Outside Porter. Back to Green. Lets it go from deep. Wiggins with the rebound.
Familiar results for him. He can't get anything to go.
It's Powell on the wing. Pass to Larson. Unloads. And that's good for 2. Larson's got 7. And it's Porter with the ball for the Milwaukee Bucks. 7-point differential. We'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That'll be the second game of a 5-game homestand. Now here's Kuzma. He's got 20. On the wing, Green. Wiggins against Kuzma. Off the mark and the drought continues. The Heat leading by 7. Adebayo passes to Mitchell. Powell outside. Adebayo with a screen for Powell. Over Green. Rebound, Milwaukee.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Kuzma outside. That 3 off the mark.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Mitchell dishes to Powell. Rollins grabs the board. Rollins got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Porter. Kuzma against Wiggins. Kuzma left side. Wiggins with the block. Now Mitchell. Back to Wiggins. Pass to Adebayo. Now Mitchell fires the 3. That one falls coming off Adebayo's feet. Mitchell's got 14 points for the game. And timeout called by Doc Rivers. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Green. Putting up about 10 points a night, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. And for him, it's all about getting better each time he takes the floor.
Yeah, his coaches and teammates see that drive he has, which is why they want to continue helping him in whatever ways they can.
And here's Porter. He's got 13. Pass to Turner. Now here's Green. They could use a bucket. Rebound by the Heat. Adebayo's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Heat moving the ball around. Adebayo with this screen on Green. Powell gets to Wiggins. Adebayo down low. Turner covering. And Adebayo gets it to go on the assist by Wiggins. Adebayo's got 6 points in the quarter.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage. Well, the efficiency is there, but not the volume. He needs to start doing this every trip down the floor to close the gap.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Heat.
Well, they've clearly been focused on getting the ball inside. And up to this point, the defense has not had an answer.
And another area they've separated themselves has been their three-point shooting, making the defense pay for any airspace.
Thomas checked in for Porter. The free throw off from Rollins. Miami leading by 10. Adebayo passes to Mitchell. Jaquez outside. Inside. And Adebayo throws it down hard.
Wow. Look at Adebayo there. Showing off a little bit, I think.
Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connecticut cam. Brought to you by AT&T. Here's Rollins. Pass to Turner. Now Green. And the Bucks miss again.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Mitchell outside. And here's Adebayo. Adebayo with a screen on Kuzma. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
And another look at that last play with the AT&T Connected Cam. Bucks trail by 12. The #1 overall pick back in 2014, Andrew Wiggins, certainly capable.
Elite length and athleticism. His shot creation is more good than great. He has that 2022 All-Star nod to his credit, and of course, a championship from that same season.
Here's Wiggins, following the three by Milwaukee.
Muscling down that rebound. Big man playing big.
Thomas kicks to Green, pass to Kuzma. There's the three, and another three for Milwaukee.
And he's what I call a prepared shooter with strong fundamentals. Kuzma is a capable threat from the perimeter.
Now here's Wiggins. 16 points for him. Adebayo with the bucket. 18 points for Bam Adebayo.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Pass to Green. To the paint. Wants to get it to Turner and does. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Turner's got 8 points.
Well, I like when Turner seeks out his offense like this. Great job being aggressive in close.
Adebayo with a screen on Kuzma. And it's Wiggins missing.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Rollins against Mitchell. That's it, and the Miami lead is cut down now to just 4 points at the basket from Rollins.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
And the Bucks making a change here. Portis is checked in, and Miami with a change here too. Ware's checked in. Rollins the pass to Kuzma. A different look for Milwaukee. Zhang comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And Trent subbed in for A.J. Green. Simone Fontecchio, he's checked in for the Heat. Jonas comes in for Davion Mitchell. Here's Rollins. Thomas up top. Is defending. And with that, the Heat lead is cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from Thomas.
Ready to battle for his looks. Thomas makes up for being a little undersized with pure tenacity.
To the middle. Hawkins outside. And again, it's the Heat missing. And so it's Portis with it. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. It's stolen by Adebayo. 3-on-3. Ware with it. Working on Portis. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
And after playing most of his career at the center spot, Greg, do you like Bam Adebayo playing power forward?
Oh, it's great. At 6'9", I felt like he was always undersized at the pivot, making up for it with his strength and toughness, but he has the mobility and the skill to play the 4 without question.
There's 1:59 left here in the third quarter. Portis, a screen on Powell. Powell against Thomas. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
You know, Greg, talking about Cam Thomas now, what are some things you'd like to see him improve on?
Well, I'd say defense first and foremost. If he's able to improve there, as well as his passing and playmaking, watch out. He's already an incredible scorer.
And the first one drops.
When you think of prolific scorers, Thomas's name has to come to mind quickly. Now it's about him fleshing out the rest of his game.
And Miami making a change here. Jovic is checked in. And both free throws good for Thomas.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Powell outside. For the 3. The rebound by the Bucks. Portis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Porter. .116 left to play here in the third. Portis, the pass to Porter. 6 on the shot clock for the tie. And Ware pulls it down.
Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's had a rough shooting.
Now here's Powell. He's got 7. They get it back. Ware kicks to Powell. Back to Ware. Here's Jonas. And the 3 ball is good. Jonas has got 5 now.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Pass to Chang. Fires the 3. There's Portis. And Portis throws it down.
This team trusts Portis to make those saves. Cleaning the offensive glass and then using his size to get a bucket.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Jonas. Takes the 3. Rebound by Chang. The 3. Nailed from three-point land. Now just a 1-point Miami lead. Guys, Bam Adebayo getting it done for Miami. He put together quite a quarter. 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dig. What a great pass.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court for the Heat, we've got Khalil Ware. Powell is out there with Jokic Jonas. Then there's Jaime Jaquez. And it's Jovic in at the 4. The Heat shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. And stolen by Portis. It's Porter outside. Rebound by the Heat.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Out to Powell. This one for 3. No good on that one.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Porter outside. And the Bucks miss again. The Heat with the lead. Down low. Here's Jovic. Yep, that one goes.
Well, at 6'10", I want to see Jovic attack like this inside. He has the height needed to be a weapon down there.
Chang with a screen on Powell. Thomas, no good. The Heat leading by 3. Jaquez outside. Here's Jokic Jonas. Jaquez outside. Pass to Powell. Clock is at 3. Drills it from outside. And the Heat lead by 6.
Well, that's his first 3 here in the second half. Gotta think he'd like a few more of those.
Here's Porter. And he banks in the layup.
Defenses try to test Porter's physicality, but he's adjusted well to it.
Here's Ware. Powell right side. And there's the call on Kevin Porter. That is his first foul of the game.
Team foul.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Here's Jokic Jonas. Defended by Trent. Just 4 to shoot. The Heat need to get a shot off. Jovic, a good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Jovic has got 4 points this quarter. Bucks trail by 6. Pass to Chang. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Porter with it. Back to Trent. Shoots over Hawkins. Against the bucket.
For an old basketball guy like me, there's nothing better than watching the midi like Trent hit there.
Has to Ware. Now here's Powell. There's the triple. Milwaukee with the rebound.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Hawkins with the ball. Now guarded by Porter. And so it's Portis with it. He brings it up for the Bucks. Trailing by 4. Thomas passes to Portis. And here's Chang. And it's Trent in the corner. And a miss there on the triple. Inside, here's Powell, and he uses the glass on the layup.
When he's not on the perimeter, this is where Powell is scoring, right near the hoop.
Now Porter. Outside Portis. Back to Porter. Portis sets the pick for Porter. The 3. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Jokic Jonas. Pass to Ware. 3-pointer. Rebound by Chang. Chang's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Trent outside. And the Bucks miss again. The Heat leading by 6. Here's Jakob Jonas. Lets it go with the three. And it's Norman Powell with the three. Powell's got 8 here in the quarter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
To the middle. And that one is good.
These coaches just love that assist from Thomas. They know Cam can be a good passer.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Turner's checked in for Portis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Jang. A.J. Green, he's checked in for Gary Trent. And Rollins subbed in for Thomas. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Eric Spoelstra's huddle, and he encouraged them to stay focused and not get complacent, saying we've worked too hard to get this lead and we're not going to give it up now. Stay connected, play smart, let's get this win. Guys, back to you.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. Adebayo with a screen for Powell. Mitchell in the corner. Over Porter. And it's Mitchell missing.
Well, when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he couldn't.
Pass to Rollins. Now Porter. Turner with the screen. Pulls it from the elbow. It's hauled in by the Heat.
Well, for him, this has been a quarter to forget. He is not helping them close the gap.
Wiggins outside. Pass to Mitchell. Here's Wiggins from outside the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. Mitchell's got his 4th assist in this one.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Here's Rollins. It's Porter outside. Miami leading by 10. Mitchell looking it over. Pass to Adebayo. Now here's Powell. Adebayo with a screen on Porter. Powell for 3. And Adebayo throws it down.
Well, you know what Bam's going to give you on defense, but when he's clicking on offense like this, such a bonus for this team.
Now here's Kuzma, and Davion Mitchell gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Here's Kuzma. Turner with a screen on Wiggins. Clock at 6. Here's Kuzma over Wiggins.
And have to love that tenaciousness there by Wiggins. He has all the tools to be a great defender.
It's stolen by Green. Here's Kuzma. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Third personal foul.
It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
At the line for Milwaukee, Kyle Kuzma. Taking 2 shots.
The first one falls, and teams take more threes now than ever before. More than double the average attempts we saw in the 90s.
Well, I think what's happened, Kevin, is we just have more guys who can shoot the ball. So in the 90s, you might have had 2 guys who shot the ball well from 3 and made it a good shot. Now, on a lot of teams, virtually everyone on the roster can shoot the 3. If we have more guys on the floor who can space out and shoot the 3, we're going to have a lot more attempts and a lot more efficiency on those attempts.
Here's Larson. Mitchell, a screen on Rollins from downtown. Here's Adebayo. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. To the inside and stolen by Wiggins. Adebayo, high post. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Now, here's Mitchell. Pass to Adebayo. And he comes up with the deuce. Adebayo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And it's been an efficient game for Adebayo. He's done a nice job finding the holes in the defense.
Kuzma passes to Porter. Here's Rollins. And the Bucks miss again.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Adebayo kicks to Mitchell. Wiggins from outside. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo. Yes, Adebayo. Bucks trail by 12. Porter looking it over. Pass to Turner. The kick out to Porter. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
And here is Mitchell. Powell outside. Pass to Adebayo. And it's sent back by Turner.
One of the better shot blockers in the league. Turner got all of that one.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Now, here's Mitchell. Powell outside for three. Doesn't get that one.
And it's still a close game. I mean, despite the fact that they've struggled to compete on the board.
Now Green. Here's Rollins. Porter outside. From outside, knocks down the three.
Well, he's going back to the arc. He might be building some momentum from range here in the second half.
Outside Wiggins. Powell sets a screen for Wiggins. He drills the three.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Kuzma.
Oh, the great thing about Kuzma is he's so well-rounded. He can do a little bit of everything on the floor.
At the line for the Bucks, Kyle Kuzma. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Kuzma. And both free throws good for Kuzma. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Adebayo down low. He's against Turner. Cleared away by Turner.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
Here's Porter. Now Kuzma. Porter outside. Shot clock at 6. Shoots it. Jumper is off.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Powell outside. 1:15 left in the fourth quarter. Missed on the three.
Might be time for a little different approach. This shot hasn't been falling here in the second half.
Porter lays it in off the window.
And you can see why they go to Porter Jr. He knows how to get it done in the clutch.
Mitchell against Porter. Turner with the steal.
This has reached desperation time for him.
It's not going to be easy now. They're going to need just about everything to go right from this point on.
Now here's Kuzma. It falls!
And this guy's played in some big games, so the moment doesn't faze Kuzma.
Second personal foul. Fourth team foul. At the line for the Bucks, Kyle Kuzma. Shooting one.
That one misses for Kuzma, and he commits the intentional foul.
Third personal foul. Second team foul.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Porter Jr. Second personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the Heat, Davion Mitchell. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
No mistakes there. Good free throws to give them just a little bit more cushion.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. And what's their best move at this point?
Looking for a quick shot, trying to extend the game.
Yeah, and then they have to foul quickly and hope for some misses at the line.
Here's Porter. Puts it up. That one goes.
This team needed someone to step up, and it's Kevin Porter Jr., the former first-round pick with a huge basket.
Shooting for Lynx. 2 shots.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he ends up making the second, and that puts them up by 5. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Bucks. Count it!
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
And an intentional foul right there.
Green. First personal foul. 15 foul. Shooting for Lions. Davion Mitchell taking 2 shots.
And the first of two, no good, heartbreaking. He's able to hit the second one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're trailing by 4. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
Looking for a quick shot, trying to extend the game.
Yeah, and then they have to foul quickly and hope for some misses at the line.
Get loud once again for us.
Here's Porter. It's off.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
No doubt how much those boards impact the overall outcome. You can't give them extra chances.
Davian Mitchell at the line for 2.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Here's Rollins. The 3 is off. And so it's Miami winning this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. Now let's send it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline with our player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Bam, of all the aspects that went into this win, which do you think was most important?
Our defense, man. You know, when it got down to crunch time, we really locked in, and we pride ourselves on that, like I always say. And, you know, we take those matchups, those one-on-one matchups personally. And we got the stops, and we got a W. We got to tough this one out.
It's always better when you can make it personal. Thanks so much, Bam.
Good stuff, Allie. Thanks. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Bam Adebayo.